Hello Capricorn, welcome to your weekly tarot reading. This is for the week of the 28th of August through to the 4th of September. Cleanse your cards, I've shuffled your cards, I've got your cards here, so we'll get on with your spread. We'll do it on a fast flip and we'll get to your reading a lot quicker. I will say Capricorn, the one card I'm hoping not to see here is the Hanged Man. We seem to have had the Hanged Man in the past 4 readings that we've had. We've been on pause, so I'm hoping that this doesn't come out this reading, Capricorn, but we'll wait and see what's coming out. So for the week of the 28th to the 4th, let's have a look. Okay, Capricorn, so the really good news is the Hangman hasn't appeared in your reading. So I think we're no longer stuck. Let's have a look at what this reading's bringing in, Capricorn. Your Soul's Journey card, and we have empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. We also have fear. I realise that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So we'll have a look at what your readings are bringing in, and we'll come back to these cards. So coming in for you for the week of the 28th of August through to the 4th of September. And it seems that you're moving on from a nightmare of a time here, Capricorn. We have the Nine of Swords and we have the Chariot. So the Knight of Swords speaks about, cruelty, it speaks about someone being selfish. You could have been dealing with someone who was acting very selfishly, and it's had an impact on your mental situation here. A lot of stress and anxiety, some sleepless nights. You've been worried about spite, you've been worried about slander, you've been worried about someone undermining you, perhaps feeling like your confidence has been undermined. Could be that you've been putting up with some painful treatment. There could have been some health problems and you're starting to get better from that. Could be that there's some guilt involved and you've been punishing yourself here. But an absolute nightmare of a time with this card. But it looks like you're moving on from this with the Chariot. This is the Chariot represents a Cancer here, and it speaks about conquering over difficult times. It speaks about feeling a force which is driving you on to achieve better things here. It speaks about having renewed optimism and starting to feel a bit motivated now. You're starting to be a bit more self-reliant. You're starting to take control of things here. You're taking control of the reins and you're moving forward. There's travel, there's movement. There could be some unexpected good news this week for you. But you're experiencing some kind of triumph, some kind of victory over a difficult time. You could have been, you could have been working on something for months, something for years. And you're now just starting to get a grip of things now. It could be that you're feeling a bit insecure about being in control. There's some mixed feelings that are coming with this card. Although you're taking control of a situation and although you're moving forward, there seems to be a bit of an unease about what changes are involved here, because there's transformations involved here. And there's possibilities here. Because you're starting to get your confidence back. You're starting to take control. This nightmare, it's still not over yet. You're still kind of in it. You've still got these stresses. You're still being affected by this. But at least this week, there's some movement forward. You have the Page of Swords, and we have the Four of Swords, which is coming out reverse. So whatever this nightmare for you has been, again, it's been quite a challenging one with the Page of Swords coming in here. This tells me you could be dealing with an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini. You could be dealing with a child here. Someone younger in age, someone who's perhaps maybe immature, or perhaps someone who is lacking experience with the pages coming in. Or it could be that we're just at early development stages. As I said, with the 9, we're not quite out of that yet. We're still there. So we're at early development stages of taking control of our situation, taking control of our future here. So we're at the start, we're at early development stages, and if this is representing someone coming forward to you, there could be a message coming forward, and it could be from someone who's very quick-witted, someone who's eloquent and sharp, someone who can turn a situation to their advantage. And it could be that they're bringing in some news, or they could be bringing in some gossip. But he's a bit challenging. Whatever this message is, it's a bit challenging. Speaks about your character and your integrity being on the line here. Speaks about being a truth being a bit too terrible or costly to tell. Not getting caught, but to take the right path, because the next time someone might be watching. The Four of Swords. Tired. Exhausted. Isolated. So someone's exhausted, they're mentally exhausted, but again, we've had that here with the Knight of Swords, that just confirms the Four of Swords for me. You're mentally exhausted, you're stressed out to the max here. You need to, it could be that you've been isolating yourself, or you need to isolate yourself, you need to take time out, because mentally you're exhausted with all these stresses that's going on. There could be a message coming forward for you, and it's creating a bit of a challenge for you. The challenge could be that how it's being delivered or when it's being delivered. But whatever's coming in, it's got you thinking an awful lot, creating yourself a lot of stress. You might be pulling yourself out of a situation. You might be taking yourself out in order to heal. We have the Five of Swords, the Five of Cups reversed, the King of Swords reversed, and the Four of Cups upright. So, the Five of Swords. That speaks about feeling defeated in a battle, feeling a bit of a failure, feeling decisions have went against you. Could be that you're cutting your loss and swallowing your pride. Maybe having to backtrack and start again here. Speaks about the path that you're on will bring you nothing but misery, and you're having to accept changes of direction. The Five of Cups reversed. You're ready to forgive past mistakes, or you're needing to forgive past mistakes. Could be that you're looking for a renewal of a relationship here, perhaps, or you want to create healthy relationships here. King of Swords reversed, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Lacking structure, lacking routine, discipline, power or authority. There's no logic with this man. There's no reason with this man. He lacks ethics, he lacks integrity, and he lacks morals. Could be coming forward to give you an offer of love, and you could be not having it. You might be ignoring this offer, but there appears to be an offer coming forward to you, but it's not floating your boat here. You've got options. There's 3 other cups sat in front of you. Maybe you're deciding whether or not you want to take this. But a feeling of boredom, a feeling of wanting something more, perhaps. As I say, it's not floating your boat. If this is a connection, then it's already reached its point of stability here. It's what more can be achieved in this situation. There's if it's a relationship, there needs to be a new spark brought in, because there's boredom here. So, apologies about that. The phone it would just keep ringing, so I had to answer it there. Okay, so where were we? We had, let's start from the beginning again. You had an absolute nightmare of a time. You're going through a bit of a nightmare of a time, all stressed, up in your head, could be creating some sleepless nights, but you're starting to take control this week. You're taking a move forward, taking some control to your situation, taking control of the reins here and moving forward. You could have been keeping something to yourself, perhaps, and it's created a lot of stress. You're exhausted, mentally exhausted here, and you've either been isolating or you're having to isolate. It could be that you're keeping communication to yourself. It could be that you're receiving some challenging communication, but it's going to be a bit stress. Some mental stresses, but feeling exhausted, having to take yourself out of the situation, having to isolate and rest. You felt defeated in a situation. You felt things have went against you. Whatever the situation that you felt defeated in, you're ready to forgive this. You're ready to move on. Whatever past mistakes have been made, it's done. You're wanting renewal. You're lacking structure. You're lacking routine, and you're lacking discipline. You need to bring some power back into your life. You're lacking authority here. There could be an offer coming your way, an offer of love coming your way, and you could be refusing it. It could be because whoever you're dealing with, it could be this Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini that's coming to you, and this is someone who lacks morals, who lacks ethics, who lacks integrity, and it might be that you're refusing this offer because you've got other options there. You're concentrating on your other options. It could be that. It could be that this person is wanting to forgive the past and renew a relationship that you have had, because there's been grief in this situation. There's been heartache and grief in this situation, and someone's wanting to come back and forgive this. They're wanting their past mistakes to be forgiven. A situation that there was a loss in. So we have empathy. You don't truly understand others' motivations if you haven't lived their lives and seen the world through their eyes. It's so easy to judge another's behaviour matched up against your own and label it as right or wrong, but you're missing an important part of the equation: the other person's history and personal path. We are all sparks of the divine with a purpose here in the physical dimension, and we can all exert our free will. Some of us have lost our way along the path to love, and it is a human reaction to judge others before examining their journey through their eyes and with compassion. Your job is not to judge, your job is to love and to understand. So if someone is coming back, if you are receiving a message coming forward and it is a bit challenging, it could be challenging for them coming forward because maybe they fear you're going to be judging them. It could be them that's felt defeated in a battle. It could be them that's been heartbroken and had grief and they want to come forward and renew this relationship. They might be worried that it's you that's going to turn your back on them. But I feel that someone's keeping information to themselves. I don't feel that there's communication coming in here. I think someone's taken themselves out of this situation. Still going through a bit of a nightmare, but starting to take the reins and starting to move forward. Fear. I realise that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Well, there is fear here with the Chariot. This is a difficult time. It's a difficult time that you've been going through. Changes and transformations. So fear. Let me find it. I realise that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. The outcome of all choices in life is determined by two emotions, fear and love. Your soul is made of the energy of love, and fear is an earthly manifestation of a challenge. To embrace and wallow in fear is to go against your very being. Fear in its many guises is an obstacle that your soul uses to test its tenacity, to stay on track. For a soul, human life can be very difficult, but acknowledging that your soul's true nature is love will always help you on your path. When fear rears its ugly head, it is really an opportunity for you to stare at it in the eye and turn that doubt into trust. View it as a teacher. What lessons are you learning from these fearful emotions? The more you use the energy of love to diffuse fearful situations, the less often they will present themselves. Your life's journey card coming in for you, Capricorn, is triumph in all undertakings, fulfillment of all desired, assured success and abundance. Clarifies the Chariot for me. Victory, success, conquering, force of destiny, driving you on to achieve great things. Triumph in all undertaking. Assured success, fulfillment of all desires. You're starting to move forward. The Hangman has left the building for now. Let's hope he stays away. Anyway, Capricorn, hope you enjoyed the reading. Hope it's resonated. Hope to see you soon. Bye for now.